Today I'm trying to replace the battery on my Garmin Edge 130. Battery life in the cold is pretty bad. If we have temperatures around the freezing point, it doesn't last very long. So I'm hoping to replace it with a larger battery that will hopefully give me some time in the cold without having to put the device in my pocket instead of my handlebar. For the replacement battery, I've ordered a 50, 25, 30, 370 milliampere hours battery. You can buy it on Amazon or eBay for a couple of bucks. To remove the battery, we first have to remove the display, which is glued to the device. So we have to heat it up and then try to lift it up. Hopefully I won't destroy the device. Let's see what happens. Okay, this is the scary part. We don't want to damage the display. Okay, progress. Okay, there's a ribbon cable at the bottom. Don't damage it. Quick sanity check if the display still works. Looks good. If you kill these ribbon cables, your whole device is gonna be broken. I don't think there's a replacement for them. I think we can keep it on. I'll leave it on for now and try to remove the screws. It's a Torx 5. Okay, I'll try to remove the daughter board first. This is Philips, the H000. Okay, Torx, T5. Carefully. The battery is glued in as well. Carefully remove it. Here we go. By default, it's a 180 milliampere hours battery. That's less than half of our new one. That's a speaker. I was about to remove this foam pad, and it seems this is a tiny connector, which means we could replace the cable without soldering. I had hoped that I could just remove this plug from the connector, remove the cables from it, and replace it with the new cables. But I can't. I've tried to remove this plug, but it's way too small and I have no idea how to do this. So what I will have to do instead is to solder the wires together. We need to cut the red and the black wire. Don't cut at the same time and don't cut at the same place exactly. First cut, second cut. Okay, these are strained cables. This seems to be a solid cable. Is it? I hate it already. Oh no! They are strained as well, they're just tinned at the end. which is good, I think. I hope. Now for my extremely good soldering skills. They are 0. My solder wire doesn't have any flux in it, so I'm using a soldering paste. Okay, so the good news is I managed to twist the cables, the wires, and now I can solder them. Doesn't look too terrible for my first real soldering job. Oh god, the clamps are too... They've damaged the cable. That's not good. Need more shrinking tube around them apparently. Okay, that's absolutely terrible what I've just constructed here as a joint, but I just hope it'll work. Almost doesn't look like shit. I think I'm gonna have to use ISO tape for this one. The next tip I've seen mentioned was to cut down this foam pad in half, because the new battery is thicker than the old one. So, done. I'll try to power on now. Come on, come on, come on. This is looking good. Yeah. Yes. It works. Some sticky tape. Sticky stick. When cleaning this side of the display, be careful not to scratch it, because it's black colored on the inside and you may remove the black color. It's not too bad, you probably can't see it, but it won't just be so nice anymore. I successfully cleaned the remaining glue now with isopropyl alcohol and Q-tips. Now it's time to reassemble the unit without damaging any cables. I had to put some real effort into cable management and trimming down the isolation layers, because otherwise the board would be up too high and the buttons wouldn't really work anymore. A good indicator is if you can't fully screw down these Torx screws. If you don't feel a stop, then it's too high, then it won't probably work, or not work as good as before. But now it does. And so we can proceed to gluing down the display. For this I've bought T7000 glue. It seems to be recommended for some smartphones and such. Oh, a very distinctive smell. So another tip I've seen on the Garmin forum is to use the old battery as some sort of device to push down on the display. Let's try out. Okay, now we let it dry for 1-2 days. And hopefully it will be waterproof after this procedure. And you should be able to remove the display just the same, apply some heat and then try to get in the cracks and remove it one by one. Well, let's hope for the best.